Welcome to Rock Solid Productions, where I have a piece of Nintendo history in my hands here inside Live Action Games in Champaign, Illinois. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Gary here with Rock Solid Productions. Now, before we get started with this video, I just want to take a second and say thank you for stopping by and checking out what we have going on here today with a really unique piece of Nintendo history. If you like what you see here, I invite you normally to check out other videos that we have here on the channel, to give us a like, a thumbs up, a subscribe. Do me a favor. We are filming this thanks to the folks at Live Action Games today, our local reseller here in Champaign, Illinois, of retro games, of new games, of retro systems and new systems. If you have a retro store in your area, with everything going on right now with COVID, do me a favor. Go buy a game from your local store. Go buy a cleaning kit, a one-up cleaning card, anything like that. Help support the local small businesses. So Adrian Live Action Games gave me a message yesterday saying, hey, I've got something I don't think you've ever seen before. I'm like, I've seen NWC carts. I've seen gray ones. I've seen gold ones. You know, I've seen, rare games. I've seen the Flintstones. He's like, no, you have never seen this. And this is a test market NES. So what is a test market NES? When the Nintendo Entertainment System originally launched, Nintendo was not confident at how well the system would do here in the US due to the video game crash of 1983. The Famicom was doing quite well in Japan, but they were unaffected by Atari's video game crash. Really, it was Atari that crashed pretty much the entire US video gaming market. So Nintendo hedged their bets and they created this here for 3 test markets, for New York, for Chicago, and for LA. And there's some definitive things on here that tell us that this is a test market box, which makes it not only pretty rare, but also pretty valuable. Let's take a closer look. So one of the things that kind of threw us for a little bit of a loop is this federated price tag. You can see on here it is marked $147.85 with a SKU of 8097578. Doing a little bit of research, Federated is now Macy's. Back in the day, they also owned Bloomingdale's. So this may have come out of a Bloomingdale's up in Chicago, New York, or LA, but it's an interesting piece of this particular box's history, is that it came from Federated. This is like one of those things I feel like we should have latex gloves. Okay. Do. All right, so here we have the box. I'm not going to pull everything out of here. I'm just going to show you a few highlights on this. And first and foremost, I am going to pull out the system. As you can see, it does still have the plastic and everything on it. But overall, the system, look at the quality that this system is in. I mean, this is still in beautiful shape here. The connectors and everything look really, really good. I mean, overall, this is something that I would, proudly display myself without any issues whatsoever. Very, very nice looking here. This test market system only came with Gyromite and Duck Hunt. It did not come with Super Mario Brothers because it simply wasn't out yet. Here's Gyromite, complete in the box, and the odds of this being a 5-screw with the adapter, I would say, is 99.999999%. Now, this doesn't have the seal on top here. Doing some research, my understanding was only the games that were sold like out in the open without being packaged in with the system had that seal, but it does have the hanger tag still there intact. It's just beautiful. I'm not going to open this because I don't want to risk screwing something up. All right, so Adrian did this. I didn't do this, but here's the Gyromite or robot gyro out of the box, and it is a 5-screw. And yeah, this has got to have that adapter in there. It's still very, very cool. Patent pending in Japan. Doesn't have the date on the back anywhere, which I'm a little surprised about. But man, look how clean that label and everything is too. Those pins look great as well. Here's basically the instruction manual and everything here. And the pages have yellowed somewhat, but I mean, remember getting a full instruction manual when you bought something like this? I mean, this is gorgeous. The poster's there. I'll unfold it just a little bit. So, and that's still in great shape. There's no, like, a lot of times kids would use, and I'm guilty of this, use thumbtacks to hang this up on their wall. Absolutely flawless there. Does have the, here we're gonna set a copy of Duck Hunt down there. Does have the warranty card, the remainder of it. The actual warranty card itself was cut off and sent in to Nintendo to register it. And as you can see, it still has the 4620 150th Avenue Northeast in Redmond for the address. I mean, this is too cool. Again, I feel like I should be wearing gloves. Now, it actually does have a second poster inside as well. And I'm not sure, that probably was with the games themselves, looking at the size, or at the size of that compared to the cartridge. Duck Hunt still has the instruction manual and everything. And then the Duck Hunt game. Now, the one thing I am not 100% on is whether or not this should have had the Nintendo logo on this cartridge case. If it was supposed to, those are a dime a dozen. 5-screw again on the back of the cartridge, so pretty cool here as well. We're going to take this and we're going to put this back in, and we're going to carefully look at other parts of this, but I'm not going to remove anything because the styrofoam is in pretty good shape and I don't want to risk breaking it. There's a couple spots that it has already been broken and damaged, and I don't want to affect the value of this negatively. You do have r.o.b here that is in good shape. We had seen it here somewhere. Adrian, where were the lenses? Here they are. These are additional lenses for r.o.b the robot. If r.o.b is receiving the light signals from the TV, as indicated by the LED, but is still not operating, the TV brightness may be set too high. Adjust the brightness control or bring the brightness level down. If you cannot bring the brightness down, you can basically put sunglasses on r.o.b. So that's in here. That's very cool. In the back here, if you take a look, this is an original zapper. One of the differences on this versus the new ones, the barrel and the hand grip and everything, it's gray instead of orange. That is a difference they made later on as a safety measure as a kid actually got shot. AV cables are here. Original power supply is here. RF modulators tucked down here. I'm going to give you a top-down shot here in a second, but this thing is just absolutely amazing. You can check price charting and other websites to kind of see what the value of this is. I've seen them at the time of this filming. There is one listed on eBay for about $1,800, and I don't think it's as complete as this one here is. And here you can see just how neatly and tightly packed everything is in here. There's a closer look at the zapper itself. You know, both controllers are in here. Now, unlike the Famicom, which actually went from a round to a square button, or a square to a round button, I'm sorry, you always had the round buttons on the NES controller. r.o.b is in really good shape here. There's the power supply, and you know, here you can see there's some fracturing there on the styrofoam. There's some dents and other things around, but for a 35-year-old box, this is pretty amazing condition. All right, I got to thank Adrian for giving us the heads up on this. Like I mentioned at the top of this video, if you have a local retro store in your area, do me a favor. Go pick something up from them, check them out, pay them a visit, because we're all trying to get through COVID together, and these are small independent businesses. We're not talking about the GameStops, which, well, they may or may not make it through COVID, but make sure that you check out your small local video game reseller. They could definitely use it. This thing is super cool. If I had a few $100s extra laying in my bank account, this would be, you're not paying attention, so I can just, okay, I'm not going to do that as much as I really want it. This is one of those things where that if I pick this up, I actually wouldn't mod it. I wouldn't HDMI mod it. I wouldn't RGB mod it. I would leave it as is, as a display piece. In fact, I would probably get, you know, one of those clear plastic cases for on the outside to make sure that the box and the system is protected. This is a piece of Nintendo history, and to be able to hold one and look through it, This is pretty cool. Again, thanks to Adrian and the folks here at Live Action Games for allowing us to check this out. Now, if you want to see some more information on the NES, do me a favor, check out the Gaming Historian. He also talks about the Sega Genesis, about a ton of other systems, so definitely check out the Gaming Historian. He was one of the people that I reached out to help confirm that yes, this is a test market NES. So very cool on this whole thing here as well. If you do have any other comments or questions, as always, feel free to leave them down below in the comment section. You can also go ahead and email me at rocksolidmail@gmail.com. You can hit me up on Twitter at rocksolidstudios. We are on Facebook at facebook.com/rocksolidproductions and Instagram at instagram.com/rocksolidproductionsgk. I actually posted some test footage of this before we filmed this video here. Do me a favor too, give Live Action Games a follow on Twitter, on Facebook, and on Instagram as well. I will have links to all those down below in a pinned post. And like I mentioned, he just had to ruin the take. You know that? I'm leaving it in there though. But this is actually really, really cool. I'm glad that I got a chance to take a look at it. Not only got a chance to take a look at it for myself, but able to share it with each and every one of you. I am Gary, and this has been Rock Solid Productions and our look at a test market NES complete in the box, mostly. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Thank you for watching this video. If you would like to support the future of Rock Solid Productions, you can do so by visiting our Patreon page at patreon.com/rocksolid. For as little as $1 a month, $12 a year, you'll get early access to all of our video content, exclusive content, and a whole lot more. You can also become a channel member here on YouTube for as little as $1.99 a month, and with that, you get a badge next to your name when you comment or post on the channel, and you are acknowledged whether you are a channel member or a Patreon supporter at the end of each and every one of our videos. You can also support the channel by visiting our Teespring store on screen now, where we have t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, masks, cell phone cases, and much more. Everything that we raise gets reinvested right back into the channel so we can make more and better content for you. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you soon.